for this afternoon. I'll try and get on later. On G6HFS. To whoever comes back.
Okay, Brian, I've forgotten exactly what... Oh, yes, the sync. Well, the sync's going to depend, of course, if you switch cameras. Different cameras can have different processing delays, and if you start playing stills and things and stuff. But yes, I hadn't thought about using OBS Studio. The problem we've got is, though, the only real way to do this is to look at the transport stream to transmit, say, a white picture all the time, and then for, say, 5 seconds... display, say, a red circle, and at the same time display some sound. Do it like that. That's the only authoritative way to do it. And then look at the transport stream. You have to break the transport stream down and look to see, right, this is the presentation time for the packets which have got the sound, and this is the presentation time for the frames, the video frames that have got this in it. I can't think of another way of doing it. I really can't. But I haven't really applied too much thought to it for the time being. So I will now push off, go on to another channel and set my sync up for VLC. And then I'll go and play with the dog. Bye-bye, G4ELI.
Yes, Brian, your noise is gone, eh? Deathly silence when you stop talking. Deathly silence.
There's me. Yes, if you just by the way, if you want to get rid of any noise or any room echo, look for, and you've got an NVIDIA graphics card in your computer, look for NVIDIA Broadcast. Look for NVIDIA Broadcast. You can run that as well as OBS Studio at the same time, and that's got a very good noise removal option. Right, I really am now going to go and annoy the dog in the garden. G4ELI.
Okay, let's try this toy. Oh, need to turn the audio on. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Cheers all, 7 threes. Yeah, that looks fine.
Yeah, okay, Brian. Your sync is in. There's nothing wrong with you. Simon is miles out. The only thing I don't like is you've got a noise gate on as well now. I want to hear a little bit of background. I want to hear your shack, but not with a leaky capacitor noise and some funny logic noise you had the other day. It's too quiet now, eh? Anyway, I wonder what model you completed. From ZS1 Mike.
I've actually not got any pictures up yet. Oh, hang on, let's turn that off. Yeah, it's something to do with the noise gate, Leon, that gives me the whooshing noise. If I turn the gate off totally, I get that funny noise. I think there is an option where you can have it so you've got a slide bar so you can adjust it, but I've not played with that yet. I'll do that. Here it is. It's another model that's I'll do it through a camera. Sorry about this, on my phone. It's a model that's a few years old. It's from a pattern ship from the 70s, 80s. I think you might have heard of it, Superstar. It's electric. Yeah, was that enough? It's got full retracts, no steerable nose leg. What I do with the steerable nose leg is I put a separate servo, a small little servo up the front, and mix it with the rudder. And then when the wheels are retracted, it switches off the little aux servo, so you don't mess around sticking steering in at the nose leg. It's fine. It's got one of those nose legs that twists, but this bar still slides up and down, and sometimes they can catch and make the rudder a bit flaky. So I disable the servo when the retracts are up and re-enable it when they're down. Seems to be sensible, as you can do a lot of mixing on these devices. But yeah, there it is, Superstar. It's 60 size electric motor up front. What's it doing? About on a 1210 prop, 800 odd watts per pound, and it's just over £8 in weight in old money. So they say anywhere between 80 and 120 for sort of a standard sort of sport flying. And of course it goes up to 120 plus if you want to go a bit mad, and even high if you want to go 3D. But I've got some coarser props. I can always increase it, stick a 1310 on, or a 1212, little daft things like that as we tinker. But you know, 800 watts should fly £8 of model about quite comfortably, I think. Back to you. So this one, Mike G6HFS.
Okay, G6HFS, it is one Mike. Oh, I must switch on my auxiliary light. I'm a bit dark on the one side. Yeah, £8 is quite heavy, hey? I think my C130, which is quite a big plane, is not near £8. It's got 4 electric motors. Yeah, that thing must be quite fast. No, I'm not into pattern ships at all. I don't know that one anyway. I'll crash it instantly. I don't have enough stick hours. I've been flying for many years, but not regularly. So I have not many stick hours. And I haven't even maiden flown my C-130. I'm scared I'll crash it. So I'll have to start building up confidence again, you know, first with gliders, and then with like Super 60s, and then progress to ailerons, and and then a stick. Especially I've got a small stick which is very twitchy. Once I can manage that again, I've flown it, but when I was more current than now. Once I'm confident with a small stick, I'll take on the C-130. And yeah, the Aeronca I've also haven't flown yet. It's a third scale Aeronca. It's huge. That I must also still fly. I haven't flown it yet. Got it as a present from a friend. Okay, right. You better get off now. Yeah, he's going to start making the test pattern and the music and all that stuff just now. Okay, yeah, you said you're not on tonight or today. G6HFS, it is 1mm saying cheers, but standing by.
G6HFS. Yeah, I've got to G6HFS. Pop out. Both me and the cat are starving. I need to go do some shopping. I was going to show you a picture actually. I'm not sure if I can find it. Oh, that's a pity. I don't know where I put it. Oh, yes I do. There we go. Don't laugh. This is when I was a youngster. When did I start flying? I'll give you a clue. Here we are. Little simplex. Bang bang escapement. Little diesel motor. One bang for left, two bangs for right. That's it. I don't know where I was about there. 10 or 11. It's terrible, isn't it? I've been flying for 50 plus years. I've got a big funny birthday this year. Oh dear, in August as well. Right, let you get off. Yeah, I must go. Otherwise, I'm not going to get done what I should before the shop's shut. Because it's Sunday here and they all close at 4, so I need to go. So 7-3s. Cheers. Hope you have a good net. Bye-bye. Cheers.
Hello. I think we got the timing of the music slightly wrong. But I'd actually muted the music when I switched it on. I wonder why it wasn't working. So anyway, looks like we've got quite a big net today, which is brilliant. So I'll look at the schedule whilst I can remember. And yeah, good to see Simon is going to join us. It should be good. And Ed, I haven't seen Ed for a while. Look forward, and Peter's there. So let's go back to me. He says, and as for Gary, well, I know nothing about what's going on with Gary, so I'll leave it to Leon, because last time he told me off. Not didn't tell me off, but I said everything. He said as I was reading off a message. But anyway, yeah, I've been a bit sort of sidetracked. The washing machine is packed up with a nasty noise, so that's looking terribly good. It seemed to have ground lots of plastic away as well. The sort of cheese grater inside of the drum seems to have ground on some plastic, so probably not going to be a good one. Whilst I'm using SDR Television at the moment to transmit, and I'm using OpenTuner at the moment on the receive side. In fact, I'm using both, but OpenTuner, because OpenTuner will pick up some of the weaker stations. I think I would advise for 2/3 for the majority of people, as the satellite's pretty busy, QO100, and a lot of stations with smaller dishes, etc., can struggle a little bit as the power gets eaten up. But yeah, that's why I run to 2/3. In fact, at the moment, somebody's eaten up power, and I was a bit borderline on receiving myself coming back. The other thing I'd like to say, although I'm enjoying doing the net, I'd like to have a sort of a break a little bit. It's so I'm looking for someone to take over the net for a while. Originally the idea was that it would be, from when Gary asked me to do it, it would be split amongst say 5 of us to do it or whatever, so it wouldn't it's sort of gone on and on a little bit. Gary's been exceedingly busy with so many problems, etc. But looking for someone to take the net over. I'll do it next week, but I want to have a break after that, I think, so that I can just play a little bit. It may not seem like very much. The other thing is that I'm not doing particularly good on the chat, etc. One of the reasons is that my spelling is terrible. I'm very dyslexic. This was with a spelling mistake I made this morning, which is why I'm not in the form as such. The I can't think of what it's called, but I keep out of the various chat forums, etc. For that very reason. It's very difficult to communicate. I have a talkback channel, which is on All Star, which is where I prefer to have little sort of conversations there. So that's my failing. At school, it was always could do better, but I'm as dyslexic as can be, and I can look at something on one page, and by the time I get to the next page, it's all gone wrong. Whether that be, and with spelling, I tend to transpose letters, things, and I can't see that things are wrong. Anyway, those are my problems. But apart from that, everything's pretty good. So and thanks to Leon, who's been I was going to say propping me up where I fail, been really good. But I'm not going to ask Leon to do it from now on. So although he might say yes, he might want to, but I doubt that he's got the commitment. So looking for someone else to take it on a little bit, the load. So on that note, I'll pass it round to Leon, then it's Graham G3VZ3KV, then Simon G4ELI, then Ed PY2RN, and Peter is always late. He's been at the pub, I reckon, having a bite to eat. GW7BZY. And we've got sunshine here, Peter, so I hope you have where you are, not rain as normal. Right, I'll put up a quick test card and pass it over to Leon from G8KOE.
Okay, hello everybody. Morning, afternoon and good evening. What is it? Good morning to Ed, eh? Which way does the earth go? Yeah. Right, I've just received a thing from Gary now, Martin. Just before you... Oh, come on, phone. And he said the new PC is there, everything is fine, but the NVIDIA card doesn't want to work in the new PC. It works in the old PC. But he says that there's a chance that he might be up next week. So that's good news. Get this out of the way. Okay. What's happening here? Is my audio on? Yes, it's on. Yeah, I had a chat with Brian just now. He had to leave. He's going somewhere, doing something, and he can't wait any longer. So we'll hopefully see him next weekend. Okay. What else has been happening here? No, I tried the thing that Mike told me how to get a pad in KiCad. You have to go to hardware and get a hole. It's funny they don't have pads. Can you believe it? You go and get a hole, plonk it down, edit it, make the hole smaller and whatever the outside you want the pad size, and use that as a pad. Because if I use a via, there is solder mask over the bottom of the thing and you can't solder it then. Well, I did that and it still freaking put solder mask over the bottom. So I don't know what I did wrong, but anyway, I've already sent the Gerber files to the PC board manufacturer, and they'll go through it and let me know if it's all fine, and then they'll make the board or the boards. It's 10 of them. Right, Graham, over to you. G3VKV for the group from ZS1 Mike.
Yes, morning, afternoon to everybody. I think I need a bit more power. Yeah, I'm only going to get myself 4. Let's see if I can generate another DV. Blowing it up. I seem to be short of power today. There we are. That's 5.6 I'm getting myself, so I've dropped it down to 2 over 3 as well. So hopefully, as you say, there's 10 people on just now. Quite amazing. Anyway, nice to hear everybody on there. I don't think I've actually worked Ed or Simon before, but hopefully, I think Simon will be back. He said he's going to take the dog for a walk just now, I think. But anyway, yeah, I'm not using the SDR Television. So I've got it all working. Haven't put the PA on it, or haven't attached it to the PA. So, but it's all working, transmit and receive. So just a case of tidying it up a bit, and I'll have it on the air with a bit of luck. We turn my own monitoring down. I hope my timing's okay on the voice. It actually failed just now. I had to power down and power back up again. I was beginning to wonder whether I was going to get it all going in time. I've got this little timing thing on here which comes on in the top and pips. So I think it's okay at the moment. I'll switch that off. Right, get on the thoughts and my notes. I looked up that tube, Leon, at RW2135. It's just about 10 gigahertz, 10.7, 11.7 it says in the handbook, and it's 10 watts, so it's only a low power tube. Right, I got my thoughts now. That packing up just now made me change my line of thought. I'd had to power everything off and power it all back on again. The sync went completely out on the voice for a couple of seconds, so it was way out. Don't know why, probably because I pressed a button somewhere. So anyway, it seems to be a grand selling of Plutos at the moment. I think this is the main place over to our west hasn't got any left at all now. They had 70 of them last weekend. They've got none now. So I think there's plenty in the UK. So Simon's software has certainly stimulated the sales of Plutos. I must admit I bought another one to go on the system instead of pinching the one that's on this one. So I've got two now. At least the other ones was a clean one, so I just put the new software firmware in it and did the usual mods to frequency and everything, and away it goes. So if I'm using it I think probably Simon is there. I'm using it on an i7 7th generation with OBS 27. I haven't tried the 31. The last time I tried it, the system packed up. But I'm using Windows 10 as well. But it seems to work. Got a Radeon video card, only a bog standard one, nothing special. And it works fine. Taken me a while to learn where all the buttons are, but the more I look at it, the more I learn. I think I've still got quite a bit more to learn. So I'll just keep it running for the moment till we find out who exactly is there and who isn't. So I think I put it round to Simon if he's there. G3VKV over to Simon ELI. I'll try and put a test card on this side so I don't cut myself off too quickly. Here we go.
Way hey. Good, that's working. So mute the order. Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Yes, the transponder is in use, and there's some people putting out some pretty hefty signals, which is causing issues. I've dropped my FEC down to 2/3. There we go. An i7 7th Gen is okay, running Windows 10, and you do not need special graphics cards to do this sort of thing. It's actually not graphics intensive. All the software's really doing is displaying images. So at the moment I'm transmitting 15 frames a second. It's just 15 images being sent to where I'm using DirectX. So it's only 15 images a second. Anything can handle that. And all the other wiggly bits, you see, the audio monitors and things, that's not a lot of CPU, a lot of graphics, by the way. Although the computer I'm running on here, it's got a nice RTX 4060, and I'm contemplating getting an AI machine with a 5090 quite shortly. I don't really have any comments. I thought I'd just come on. What I'm going to do is now try and show that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to show you my station. So let's just switch over. Yeah, we've got the audio there still. Good. So this is my station. It's a photo what I took about 10 minutes ago. You often see on Facebook people proudly presenting their QO100 stations, beautifully engineered, put together in metal, in pelican cases and all sorts of things. Well, I like wood. So you can see the standard Pluto, actually modified by Matthias from AMSAT DL. He modified it so it accepts I think it's a 40 megahertz signal from a Leo Bodner unit, which you can see, the little silver thingy. And also connected to the Pluto is an analog devices driver, which is putting out, I don't know, about 50 milliwatts or so. And you see the relay. I use a USB relay. I transmit for switching between transmit and receive on the amplifier. You see the little red light thingy. So that's a little USB. And you see two USB hubs. The one next to the fan, that's a very nice USB fan, by the way. It really is not expensive. The one at the top is purely providing USB power to the various devices which want USB power. And the one at the bottom of the image, that's actually connected to the computer, and it's only switching the relays on and off and providing the IQ to the Pluto. So that's part of the station. Now then, let's just do this, bring that up. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. That's the power amplifier, which should be coming over now. So there's the PA, rough and ready, I know. What you see there is the heatsink and the grill, and the solder is purely keeping the grill down. And those are very nice USB fans, so I can adjust the speed. And with my next magic key click, there you actually see the. Now you'll see the actual RF palette itself, capable of running 250 watts continuous. Very nice piece of equipment. Indeed. So, and you can see the solder on the top. A temporary solution. That's all I can say. It's very much a temporary solution until I get around to it. So there we go. I'm not going to... If you call me in, let's look at the time. Yeah, I'm not going to stay for a second round, Martin, because I live 2 fields away from the quite famous Treba Gardens in Cornwall. And I'm going to take the dog for an afternoon lap of Treba, where he'll also get his afternoon ice cream. So let me just switch myself back to something prettier than an amplifier. And so I will stay for the first lap, but then I'm off with George the Spaniel. You see the encoder taking time. And just what it's worth, the actual encoder I'm using is running on my NVIDIA card. I haven't got the list in front of me. I had the document open. I'm afraid I haven't got it. So the person who should be entertaining us next, I'll pass it over to you. This was G4ELI.
We're going to tour Max to do.
Max? That's great. I taught Sammy something too.
Yeah, that was a talented dog, isn't it? Hi, everybody. Greetings from Brazil. This is Papa Yankee 2 Radio November. Just say hello to Martin, and always thanks, Martin, for holding the DATV Worldwide Net control. I do try also to help. I'm streaming DATV Net to the YouTube and also for the Facebook BATC group. Martin, yeah. If I'm also looking for volunteers, if someone can start feeding the streaming to the YouTube or Facebook or both, like I'm doing now. This will be great because I'm using the OBS to do everything. Just one OBS to do my my own transmission here that you guys are seeing, hopefully. I think you are, and also streaming to YouTube and Facebook for the people that do not have satellite coverage or even equipment to receive. So things gets a little confusing. So everything in the same computer and stuff, but I even was crazy enough last week to update my Windows 10 to Windows 11. It seems it's working okay so far. One thing I'm not liking is I use Chrome browser. Chrome browser got some different settings, and now it's acting very, very strange. I mean, if you open several tabs, it will, after some time, it will inactivate those tabs that are not activate, those tabs that were not active for some time. So it will freeze, and that's a killing stuff for the ATV Red, obviously. So I need to run into the Chrome setup and try to find out how can I change it and keep the tabs always active. Otherwise, it's going to give me lots of problem. I did experiment with the DATV television last week. Very impressed with the capability of reception. I didn't test the transmission. My Pluto is on the roof and has a special firmware. So to change the firmware gives me a little work to do, maybe later on. But for the reception, I was really amazed. I started receiving it with a Pluto. Very good reception, not a problem. I was doubt if I would be able to receive with those simple and old RTL dongles. And my surprise is that yeah, it receives very, very well. So I just leave the dongle with 2.4 megabits of bandwidth, so I can decode the beacon and all other stations at any bandwidth. 500 kilosymbols, 300 kilosymbols, everything. So that's very good. Something I could not decode yet is the transmission. Key POSK was fine. All transmission encoding on quad PSK was fine, but with 8 PSK I was not able to decode. I don't know if it's because of signal level or it's not capable SDR television. That's I don't know. But 8 PSK it wouldn't start decoding for me. That's it. I mean, glad to see Leon. Graham, I think it's the first time. G3 Victor Kilo Victor, nice to see you. Obviously Simon, I think is also first DATV QSO. Nice to see you here, Simon. And everybody which is watching us, all the best. Thank you very much. Now I'm passing to Peter, Golf Whisk 7 Bravo Zulu Yankee. So back to you, Peter, from Papa Yankee to Romeo November.
Okay, maybe a bit more power. Where's my microphone? Okay, maybe a bit more power. Where's my microphone? Okay, maybe a bit more power. Where's my microphone? Turn my sound down. Let's see what we can do for
How do we do this? Yeah, all good. I did not the maximum power is 6. Let's put it up to 65. I might have to wait till next over before that comes into effect. Hopefully people can see me. I'm using now DATV Easy because I was tempted into trying SDR Television, as so many have, and successfully. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't receive, doesn't transmit. Well, it has transmitted, and but doesn't anymore. I tried it on 2 PCs and neither one worked successfully. DATV radio doesn't really work. I'm trying to receive an FM signal. The FM signal appears to be twice as wide as the filter. So there's something going on there that's not quite right. For my PC, I've seen that others work. Well, good luck to them. So I've gone back to DATV Easy, which seems to be, I think, better in some way picture-wise, and certainly clutters less of the screen. I would ask if it's the same Simon. I think it's the same as the SDR Television guy. I apologise if it's not. But if you do come back, maybe I've extended my Pluto to cover the larger bandwidth. And is there any if there is any preferred software versions or unmodified, basic, whatever? It would be good if that was known. That way.
Right, let's take it. Make sure. Yeah, I've got virtually no pictures from you there. You're too weak, Peter. It's weaker and weaker and weaker. In fact, in OpenTune, which I was using, your picture was rotated to be in a funny angle for a while. All sorts of things were happening. I think my 1.1 meter dish was just not capable, and a number of other stations I think were struggling. Obviously the stream that I was doing dropped out because I wasn't receiving, so not very good at all. And the ice cream sounds good. So 7 trees to Simon, who's disappeared off. So good to see him on the net, and hope he may be able to a very big telescope, yeah. Maybe able to join us another week. I don't think there's anybody else. I don't have a lot more to add. I'm more thinking of whether I can fix the washing machine or whether we've got to get a new one. I somehow think it's going to be a new one. Right, round to there, Leon, from G8KOE.
Oh, it's taking its time. Okay, Martin. Yeah, you said it was your washing machine was chewing plastic or something. That sounds serious. Okay. Well, your station's working perfectly. There are absolutely no complaints. Sync is in, audio quality is good, and the picture quality is exceptional. Okay, Graham. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know that's only a 10 watt tube. Yes, it's not a high power like the others we have, but it's got the same plug as yours, whereas my tubes is only a 3-prong Molex connector that goes onto the board. So I don't know what all the other pins are on your European tubes. Anyway, as long as it works. Simon, if you're still listening, you have the same hiss on your audio that who was it that Brian had the other day, and your noise gate is set so high that it's chopping off some of your audio. It was dropping out your audio. Picture is good, nothing wrong with the picture, but yeah, you do have hiss on your audio. When you stop talking, it's a right. Ed, yeah, okay, your sync is out. But yeah, very nice cartoon there. Very good. Your picture quality is good and your audio quality is good. It's just a bit off sync. I don't know. I never have problems with sync since I've been running this system, and this is now I think it's about 2 years that I've been running this setup. On the earlier ones, I had all sorts of dropouts and funnies and things, but yeah. I don't even know what it's called. What is that thing? Free stream coder. Yeah, that's a little tourinky. That's what I'm using with OBS. And a Pluto with 303 or 030 or something in the Pluto. Right, Peter. I don't know what you did, but today, apart from you started off with a D1, which is fine for me. Then you drop down to a D0, which I can still decode, because there's nothing better than a mini tuner receiver, no matter who says what. This thing needs very little RF to lock. So I could receive you all the way. But, okay, let me see. Your sync was out, your audio sync was out. You had poor resolution in your video. Remember last week you were so crisp. I said, gee whiz, what have you done? You know, are you running Simon's TV goeters, or what are you running? Because it was crisp. Today, no, your video is not good at all. Really poor resolution. And your power was extremely low. That's why Martin couldn't detect you at all. I detected you. It was solid lock on the picture, but your resolution is not good, and your power was low to start off with. And it really, I mean, you must run a D3. You started off with a D1, and then you went to D0, and I could still get you, but yeah, the far people weren't. I mean, I'm sure Ed wouldn't get anything from you. Anyway, so please go back to your system that you used last week, and you don't have to do anything else. That was perfect. Graham, over to you. G3 VKV for the group from ZS1 Mike.
Right, I think we're working. Another major stoppage in the middle, in between, but didn't last too many seconds. Yeah, I've got a lag in there at the moment. It's appeared. So there's something happening at this end. Just let me bear with me a second. I'll just I had trouble getting Peter as well. Give me a second. Again now. Something produces a delay on my audio of a second or so. Yeah, I think it's gone back again now. So hopefully. Right. That's it, it's moving now. Yeah. Something disturbs everything and it all locks up. Anyway, I'm okay at the moment, I think. I'll just turn the monitor down a bit so I can not hear myself. Right, yeah, okay, yeah. Hello, Ed. I'm not sure whether we've had a quick contact on the video at all, but I've certainly seen your signal a lot. I like your little films you put up at the beginning. And, I've noticed another thing on the latency on the SDR television with me is only about 3 seconds, whereas on what I'm using at the moment it's about 5. So very efficient piece of software there, Simon. He squeezed out with the dog, I think. So yeah, it's a lot to explore, I think, with it. So I put something on for anybody who might have been around in 1966. Behind me is the I've got this on the roof. I found it. Oh, I didn't find it. I knew it was there, but I got it down at the roof the other day. It's actually a black and white TV from 1966, the first solid-state consumer television, Sony. The video monitor is not a Sony one, but that's actually a live picture. I switched it on and it still works. 1966 it is. So, and it's even got its own tripod, own carrying case, and its own Sony cardioid microphone. So the complete set. It's even got on this little badge there. You can see it's. If I can get it away. I don't switch the camera off because I shan't get it back in sync. But yeah, that's the model number 17,011 or 1,711 rather. And on the bottom you'll see 1966, made in Japan. And it's even got its own little silica gel bag still in the box. So there we are, a collector's piece, I should think. And that's the monitor, a picture from it. But that's not that's a tape recorder, a Ferrograph tape recorder, which I've taken to bits and rebuilt. This one, that one there, which is working again. Took me an awful long time to get it going, but don't know why I did it, just for the hell of it. That's 1977, I think. But it's working. New idler wheels, new pinch wheels, new micro switches, changed some capacitors, all sorts of things I had to do to get it going. But I thought it was a bit of a challenge, and I'll turn it off. There's something else. I dug out some more files. Let me turn that off. Let's go back to this one here. When it comes up, I found this in my archives. This is a picture of a place called Teller in Alaska. They live on the end of that peninsula, the people who live there. That's the sea there. So if I put, I'll tell you in a minute a bit more about it. That's it in the summer from the same spot. So you've got the main road and the houses are on the end over the Bering Sea. And that's the chappie I spoke to who lives there. Did a while ago now, it's 2015 I think, but yeah, on FO29, old Dan, up in me 5 and 9, up in Alaska. It's quite a good contact, on by satellite, low orbiting satellite, and that's the map. That's me here. The satellite was up there where it says 1.9 degrees elevation, just off the north of Greenland. There's a dot up there, but it's off the screen. That's where the satellite was, and then it bounced back down again to Alaska. I've worked him 2 or 3 times actually. Not recently, but since FO29 satellite isn't there anymore. We go back to the back to my normal pictures. I had a picture of the garden. So anyway, just something I dug out when I was looking for some pictures. I always remember that contact. It took quite a few times before we managed it, but he's right on the coast on the Bering Sea. What else have I got down here? So that's about it, I think, for me for a minute. Well, about it anyway. I can't think of too much else. So, somebody was, I think it was Martin was saying that he didn't think it was stereo coming from SDR Television. I had a go. I put some stereo through it, but I didn't finally get to an answer whether the needles were moving in sync or not, or whether it's mono or stereo. But I'll have to investigate that. So I'm definitely putting stereo sound through it, but I'm not sure what it came out as. Maybe you're probably right. It probably doesn't, but I'll give it another check. Anyways, put it around. I don't think Simon's there, is he? Well, I put a little muffler on the edge of the microphone as well. So it flattens the sound, obviously flattens the sound a bit because it was a bit spiky. So I wrapped a piece of foam around the top. I saw someone else do it, probably FKK, I think, or somebody had some around their microphone. So I wired a piece on and it's dampened it down a little bit. Right, round to where are we now? Simon's probably not there, so if we give a pause in case he has come back, but I doubt it. If not, it's round to you, Ed, PY2RN, G3VKV. He's gone over to a test card before I cut the carrier.
Hey, look what I told Max to do.
Max! That's great.
Yeah, I told you guys, it's quite complicated because OBS, you must be like a hero to get OBS synchronizing and transmitting audio and video and all this stuff, man. It's too much. But fine, thanks, Graham. It's really nice to see the old TV set and the camera, and mainly your mention about the QSO with Alaska via FO29. That's was a beauty. FO29, I used to love it. Unfortunately, it's very old now, and eventually they will turn on FL29. It's still operational, but not all the time. It was a great satellite, and yeah, I always try to reach up to Alaska from here, from São Paulo area where I live, but there was a very small possibility with the Green Cube IO 117 that was on the air a few months ago. Was an Italian satellite which was not a LEO but a MEO, MEO, Mike Echo Oscar, and it would be possible to reach up from here to Alaska, but unfortunately there were, I think, 2 stations active on IO 117. That was a digital satellite, only packet radio, used to work simplex on 435 megahertz. But no lucky. I mean, I was dreaming to get Alaska and also Hawaii, those 2 locations, but unfortunately the satellite went out of operation, and I didn't get yet. So Alaska and Hawaii, I'm gonna need to wait another satellite to be covering those regions for me to work on. I thank you, Leon, for reporting about the the lip sync. I found here on the ATV Red when I can adjust it. Let me see if this is a little bit more synchronized. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better. Leon, you can. I think it's better now. The fact of the matter is, I just mute myself when I start transmitting, so I can see my image, but I don't hear myself. So I really didn't know that the sync was out, but I think it's a little bit better now. All right, guys, nice to see you all. Apologize for people watching via internet because in my last transition I forgot to change things here on the OBS, and people keep watching me here in my shack. Lucky I didn't get naked myself. No, just joking. But I forgot to switch the OBS screens here. I don't have anything to complain about the transmission of anyone. BZY is okay. G4 ELI was nice. VKV also got a little problem with the audio. Sometimes it freezes a little bit, but I think you resetted something there and it came back normal. Zulu Sierra 1 Mike no news. Good image as always, and obviously Martin also very good image. So no. Nothing to complain here about your transmissions. And Martin, in case you are not able to coordinate, I believe since we have this list, let me show you the list. Yeah, OBS is kind of. But this, I believe that also can work in like autopilot, Martin. So you know, if who is available to join the net, just put the call signs here, and you know, the net can roll on autopilot. I mean, if you have any other, you know, appointment or anything, Martin, please feel free. Don't need to. So if it's someone, there is no one else willing to entitle like the net control, I believe the net can run by itself on autopilot. Just put the call signs and the net can go on. I'm avoiding to join the net exactly because of this OBS operation. It's a little complicated to stream to the internet and operate at the same time. It's quite complicated. But I was missing you guys, so I decided to join today. All right, so back to Peter. Gulf Whiskey 7 Bravo Zulu Whiskey from Papa Yankee 2 Radio November. Great week to everybody. Thank you.
Apologies for that. I'm a bit basic. There are no flash test cards or the usual rotating stuff. I'm a bit basic. There are no flash test cards or the usual rotating call sign, etc. Yeah, all good. Sorry about the last time. Power was down. I'm using F1 EJP's DATV Easy version 3.08, and some of the settings weren't quite correct, and the power was only 50%. I was using another version. I've got two versions on my PC, and last time I came on with it, I used the other version, and the settings weren't set across. So and of course, why have I gone black for a second? That's the only thing it does do. It does have a dark period from time to time. Otherwise, it seems to work very well. I've got no reason why. Seems to be no reason why that happens. But anyway, such is life. All good. I've upped my resolution, Leon, for your benefit. Really, I was on basic standard resolution. In studio terms, 102 but 24 by 765. But 756, is it? Anyway, now I've gone to HD 1280, 720 HD, and down to 15 frames a second, so that might be better for the given data rate. All good this end. Apart from that, apologies for those who couldn't receive me, and I hope that you are receiving me now. I've whacked the wick up a little bit. I might even whack it up a bit further. I'm not really watching the returns on the thing, so if anybody's shouting saying, "Oh, I can't see you," I do apologise because I'm not watching. There we go. That should be good enough. That should be a wedge up. Where's my... My mouse? He got stuck under a size of PC panel, which I didn't really notice it was coming off, so obviously that's coming off. I must have a look inside. This is my new PC. The warranty's run out quite a few years ago now, so I can have a little fish. So I don't know. All's good. Anything else can I think of? Thanks on the report there, Ed, that you received me well. I'm looking forward to hear from Leon, see what he's got to say, how my picture has now obviously improved. And I suppose it's time round to Martin and say good afternoon to everybody. Will I be on next week? No, I won't. Working. I'm working Monday, so I'll be working on the bank holiday, and I will appreciate the extra. And with that, I'm going to hand it over without a test card. I've got to go and switch on. I'm going to fade to black though, that might be the way.
Right, are we going to log in? I think we are. Right. Yeah, you were quite strong there, Peter. And yeah, you might have 2 over 3 would have helped. You were 3 over 4. But luckily the satellite has not as many stations on. I was talking to JTT and G7JTT, that is, and thinking very much of trying to encourage some of the weaker stations. I know the BATC net used to try and encourage and didn't get some sort of the weaker stations, so we say the newcomers, and didn't get a lot of take up. But I think with SDR Television there, I think things might improve in that respect. So we're looking at that. So how that's going to end up and when it's going to be, I haven't a clue. That and other things. What I will know, which I'd forgotten, is that Carol was sort of sorting through bits and pieces to flow, and I've got these documentations. Why she had these, I don't know. Just haven't a clue where they'd have come from, but all very interesting. So I don't know whether anybody's. Probably nobody wants this sort of thing. But, there it all is. It'll probably end up in the bin otherwise. And there was an explosion meter instruction book. And a cine camera instruction book. And photographic equipment book. Oh, just trying to find with all sorts of bits and pieces. I think it showed the but if somebody likes collecting this sort of thing. Anyway, they're here at the moment. Will go in the bin soon because I'm not going to keep them. We've been clearing out all sorts of things. Right, let's get rid of that. Well, I've enjoyed the net, very good indeed, and I'll. My aim is to make it for next week, but that'd be probably my last week for a while. So it'll have to be a self-running net if there's no one else that can take it on. I find I just need a breather. Getting a little bit stale, I think. Although I enjoy it. It'd be nice to just join the net, not actually run it, or attempt to run it. And streaming-wise, I'm streaming to YouTube at the moment, which I do each week because I wasn't sure when I first started whether in fact it would get streamed. But the streaming is done by this laptop over here, which and the receive side is done by a ride receiver, which has been displayed over here. And there's someone sitting down under there, my pile of equipment. So that handles that. But I want to get back to my SRT repeater, etc. My network, which is sitting there, which it's the Zoe box, which is ideal for streaming. That streams. I wanted something for that was independent. That can do YouTube and others. But anyway, let's go back to me. I'll close the net, but I expect there'll be others that will come back with lots more. I don't know, Chris. Yeah, I was just making sure there's nothing on the chat there. So essentially, I'm going to watch a couple of probably YouTube videos on washing machines. I was watching one if it's the bearings that have gone, and that seems like a fun job, which I'm not going to do. So it's G8KOE closing the worldwide net, and thanks for Simon popping up. And I was thinking about now he's eating ice cream, which sounds really good. 7-3's all from G8KOE.
Okay, Martin. G8KOE in the group series 1mm. Yeah, no, fine. Yes, if it's the bearings, it's a messy job to take the whole lot apart and to find the proper bearings and fit them, and then you find that the seal is also gone, and yeah, it's not a nice job. Peter, yes, you're back to normal. Brilliant picture. Too much power. You were a D5 now, which is a bit above the beacon, I think. Your resolution, your sync, everything was fine now. Oh, and last week, you said you're not sure whether your color is right. Your color is perfect because there's a something in the background which is gray. It's actually a white thing, but it's a little bit underexposed, so it's a light grey, and that is a neutral grey, which is the best indication that your colour is right. It's got no tint in it, so don't change anything. It's perfect. Right, okay. Cheers everybody from ZS1 Mike saying 73s.
Just testing. I think it's working. All sorts of things going on here. I think it's been switched on for too long. That's right, yeah. Yeah, okay, Leon. Cheers to everybody else. Just making sure it's still working. I've left it switched on since 12 o'clock, so I think something has decided it's not going to work over a long period of time. Anyway, having a chat, and we'll see you all again. I go and see what's happening with the snooker now. The World Championships. See if the Chinese are taking the cup home with them. G3VKV. The band's completely empty now. I think the beacon's still down in strength, so I could have some bearing on it. It's about a dB and a half down with me. G3VKV in Cheltenham. Just put my info back on again if I can find it. There we are. And we'll see you all when we see you.